What's going on, you guys? Early morning boxing discussion. Hit that like button as you come on in. Hit that like button if you're catching the replay. We got a few things to talk about this morning in the sport of boxing. I kind of wanted to double back on one of my previous videos about Jamal Charlo when we talk about Jamal Charlo. Also talk about something that the Bronze Bomber said, right? And it's not none of the Fury cheating stuff, guys, okay? Just relax. But he was talking about something that pretty much the reason why guys may want to guarantee, right? And of course, whatever else that's been going on in boxing, Tiafimos seem to not want no smoke with Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis is having a really hard time finding opposition even as a world champion. And now the narrative for Regis Prograis is going to be, well, the fight just ain't worth the money. So that's telling you that, yeah, they see hard work. And unfortunately, they may not get as much money as they would get for fighting a lesser guy. Hit that like button as you come on in. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. It's either snowing or raining if you're in the Midwest or in the East Coast. Maybe even somewhere in parts of the South. But let's see what we got going on. Salute to Damone Daniels, Cerebral, Massachusetts Fishing and Growing, Abner Ortega, what's good? Stanio John Phillips, Felipe, what's going on? AJ, what's good? Hey, man. Ramirez and Tiafimo just like, nah, we don't want to fight this dude. The belts don't matter, Ortega. They don't matter if the risk is high, bro. It don't matter, bro. Belts is gonna soon be belts ain't gonna really matter after a certain point, bro. Now, for certain fighters, they don't necessarily matter after they established themselves, became a champion, did this, did that, and then maybe they have lost the belt or retired and came back or something. Belts don't matter for certain guys after a certain point, but you got to get them fucking belts, bro. Roy Jones, he wanted all the belts. You see pictures of Roy Jones, he got like 30 belts on him. He said he wanted every single belt there was. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather, even Floyd Money Mayweather had belts, pictures of him and his team holding all his belts in the ring, like 13 of them. The belts make it look good. And now guys say, well, the belts don't matter no more. Why? Because the guys like Devin Haney got it. Guys like Regis Prograis got it. Guys like Terrence Crawford who got the WBO belt. You know what I'm saying? It only matters depending on who holds it, bro. Salute to Slide Tendencies for the super chat. Good morning, homie. You live streaming this weekend? I'm picking better beef. T.O. looking real moist right now. Does Plant have a chance with Breadman? Yes. Let me answer that question. It's good questions, man. And much love to you, Slide Tendencies, man. Always holding your boy down. He says, man, he said better beef. Oh, that is this weekend. That should be a good fight. 18-0, 18 knockouts. Better beef is a machine, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this naturally, as us as fans, gonna say better be right away, right? But what if Anthony Yard just shows up and shows out and put up a performance of a lifetime? I mean, we've seen it before, bro. You know what I'm saying? What if he survives the Terminator, Better Be, and ends up getting the job done somehow? I mean, Better Be have hit the deck before, so I don't know, man. I mean, I got Better Be winning, but I'm gonna see what Yard can do, man, because this is a huge step up in competition. And even though he got more fights, this dude is literally learning on the job. So this is a huge step up in competition for Anthony Yard, man. I'm wishing him the best, man. Better Beef is no joke. He's definitely one of the best fighters in the sport. The machine. And then you said T.O. Oh, yeah, T.O., man. Come on, man. We knew it was Cap, bro. We were just waiting for it, right? We were just waiting for T.O. to come a week or two later. We were just waiting for it, bro. We knew he wasn't going to hop in there with Rougarou, dog. He said, does Plant have a chance with Breadman? Yeah, I think Plant does have a chance with Breadman. I think now probably was the right time for this fight to happen, honestly. Now probably was realistically the right time. I know we waited a while for Caleb Plant and Benavidez, like we were waiting for Spence and fucking Crawford, but it's going down. No belts or nothing, but it's going down. You know what I'm saying? So I think Plant does stand a chance. He got more experience. He been in a big fight. He took a big loss. He came back and looked really good. Stopped dude in brutal fashion. You know what I'm saying? Darrell made an ass of himself. So I mean, that's one thing, man. I wish these dudes, and real quick, I wish these dudes would just really just stop saying that. Because more times than none, they end up getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? Or knocked out like Darrell did. Don't do that, bro. Just don't do it. It's bad luck. The boxing gods don't like it, so that's why that typically that tends to happen. Bernard Hopkins took a L. Jermaine Taylor took a L. Talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be talking like that, bro. Boxing guys just don't like it. But yeah, man. I think Plant has a chance. Um, I like both guys, man. I really like both fighters. So Plant kind of made me mad a little bit with the Canelo thing, but I'm a forgiving guy. He's a young guy. So Caleb Plant cold. So I don't know, man. It's a good ass fight, dude. It's a fight we've been waiting for. So I can't wait to see it, man. I think whoever really wants some more wins, whoever has the better game plan wins. And I'm taking the easy road out. I know, but that's just what I think about that fight, man. It's I can see it go either way. You know what I'm saying? I can see um, Benavidez being dominant. Just being like that big monster coming at you, throwing them flurries of punches and combinations with quick hands. And I can see Plant trying to box and put up a box clinic and getting the job done. So I don't know, man. It's a really good ass fight, man. Salute to them for making it happen. Something to make it happen. You said Plant may outbox. But yeah, that was a good question. Salute, Slat Tennessee. Good questions, bro. You said you a big Yard supporter. Better be convinced me it was Wendell Smith. That was scary. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm rooting for y'all. I like fighters like Yard, bro. Like that's why I like Wilder's a lot because these are guys who just kind of picked up boxing and they doing really well for themselves. Boxing isn't one of them things where it's not like MMA where you can kind of just like John Jones just kind of start doing it and start whooping butt. Nah, it ain't like that with boxing, bro. A lot of them dudes been boxing since they was kids. A lot of them dudes, and then the limitations of having only just your hands make it even more difficult, in my opinion, than like Muay Thai. Like I could do some Muay Thai and all that, but with boxing is the limitations is what makes it more difficult with just your hands. Because if your hands ain't working good, you might be a really good kicker. You might got strong kicks. You might knock somebody out with a kick. You know what I'm saying? If you can't really punch or kick, you might be a strong wrestler and you could just lay and pray on a guy. But in boxing, man, you got to rely on these two hands. And if it ain't working, it just ain't gonna work. You said Yard is going to the hospital, man. Hey. Man, y'all talking like Yard don't got no chance, man. Nobody's giving Yard a chance, man. Y'all not giving Yard no chance, man. He knows it. Yard knows nobody's giving him a chance. And I mean, rightfully so, really. I mean, he lost against that one guy, but he beat him in the rematch. Hold up. Yeah, he beat him in the rematch. So I don't know, man. You said Benavidez will stop Plant. He says, I'm not picking David at all. The dude is so inconsistent. It's easy to look scary when you beat up on old middleweights, man. Hey. hey, you might be right, man. I don't know. Yeah. You might be right, bro. I mean, Plant, one would say, who fought the better competition? I think Caleb Plant did. Canelo Alvarez is trumps all of it. You say it's difficult to go against a guy with yeah, I know, right? It's really difficult. And then he got experience too, even though he only got 18 fights. He was like a high level amateur and shit like that. He had amateur background. Anthony Yard didn't have an amateur background, man. This dude was literally learning on the job. So his losses really is like his amateur fights, like his experience. Like Anthony Yard is a really talented dude, bro. Really talented dude. I tend to like the fighters like that. I like the Adonis Stevenson a lot. I like Deontay Wilder a lot. I like guys like Anthony Yard, Chris Eubanks Jr. Guys who just kind of like start boxing real late. I like Frank Martin, and there's just they kicking ass because boxing hard, bro. That shit ain't easy. But yeah, what else we got going on in boxing? Yeah, dudes out here ducking Regis, big time. Oh, Jerron Ennis versus Romain Villa is rumored to be on the Ryan Tank card, co-main. So Boots Ennis look like he's gonna be staying busy in 2023 until the smoke clears with this Spence situation. You know what I'm saying? So Boots Ennis gonna have more fights than Spence soon, if he don't already. Shit, crazy. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna be doing more live streams in the morning, man. My schedule kind of different, so if I'm doing a live stream during the week, it's more than likely going to be in the morning now, except for on the weekend. So be looking out for the morning streams, man. You know, I know guys be needing stuff to listen to on the way to work, at work, you know, whatever it is you're doing this morning. Salute to everybody, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. What's going on with boxing, man? Leave something in the chat about something you may have heard or something. But the Bronze Bomber said some pretty interesting things, man. I'm trying to find the clip, but the Bronze Bomber said some pretty interesting things, and we heard him say things before, like we need to fight more. These guys in these suits. He's like, who is he talking about, right? And a lot of guys don't want to really believe that he's talking about, you know, the people that's handling his career. But I mean, who else is the Bronze Bomber talking about when he said these things? But the Bronze Bomber said something about. I'm trying to find it, man. Hold up. He said something about how the fighters. It was an Ellie Segback video. The fighters that they need to start getting their money sooner. Hold up. He said that he said all this, and Adrian Broner said the same thing. He said all this waiting to get your money a month later, weeks later, you know, all that. Like, nah, man. Like fighters need to start getting their money early, you know. So yeah, all this back end nonsense, bro. That shit was Spence talking about some well the back end, all that, man. All that shit, some scary shit, bro. That's just reasons to hide from a fight, bro. That's just reasons to hide from a fight. Wilder seems pretty well off, but I mean, for him to say that is like shit. He might have been waiting for a while. You know, you sitting there waiting for your money. You checking your bank account. Some days go by, weeks go by. You start calling people. Ah, man, who wants to go through all that, bro? Just give me what you were supposed to give me up front, man. We don't need to do this. And salute to Tim Tszyu, man, for taking that fight with Tony Harrison like that, bro. Salute to him, man. But yeah, these dudes want their money. They want their money up front, bro. That back end stuff is crazy. To me, it sounds crazy. I need both if that's the case. I need my money up front, and then I need some on the back end too. Because I'm not about to just take no straight back end. That just doesn't really make sense to me. Not when I can get something guaranteed. I'm trying to find this clip so you guys can hear him say it. Yeah, that'd be nice if Crawford can fight Ortiz. That'd be pretty cool. Go ahead, fight Ortiz or something. Spence says he'll bet 10 on Tony Harrison for an upset. How about you bet on yourself and fight Crawford, bro? I'm trying to see if I can find it. I can't find it now. Samson Lewinsky reveals that Demetrius Andrade turned down. Why is Sam reporting that nonsense from Lewinsky guy? That Samson, when Samson Lewinsky, the guy, he literally came out on camera. I think he was on a Boxing Voice and said that Andrade, they need a lot more money for them to fight him and shit like that. Nah, man, come on, man, get up off the camera, bro. Don't be reporting that nonsense, YSM. But Boo Boo Andrade didn't look good. I'm looking for that clip real quick. Boo Boo Andrade didn't look good his last fight though. He didn't look good at all. feet was all up from up under him. Like they all looked bad that night. Yeah, man, I can't find it, but yeah, the Bronx Bomber pretty much said that all this stuff about these guys not getting their money, not getting their money up front, man. So this 35% stuff with no guarantee is just. I mean, Crawford really wanted that fight, bro. Apparently he wanted the fight, bro. What's Spence at, man? What's Spence doing today? Spence ain't. He ain't talking about fighting Thurman either. I ain't hear him say I'm coming for Keith Thurman. My bad, y'all. I said I wasn't gonna fight dude, but I'm about to go ahead and get to knock this dude out real quick. But Spence, every time it's time for him to fight Bud, he always goes the other way anyway. He always gonna go the other way. So after this fight with Keith, he's gonna find a way to go the other way. Watch, it's gonna be something to prevent the fight, bro. I don't think Crawford Spence fight. I don't know if that's one of those fights that's gonna really happen, bro. Because if we look at it, when dudes want to fight at the end of the day, bro, when motherfuckers really want to fight, they'll make it happen, bro. Straight up. If Errol Spence wanted to make that fight happen, he would have been there hands on to make sure it happened. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no Al Heyman, who was an advisor, and none of that bullshit. Because they hide behind that guy. If he wanted to make that fight happen, he would have been at the table with Terrence Crawford to make it happen, bro. It's point blank period. That's just that simple. It ain't got to be no rocket science and no guys talking about impasses and we coming over there, we coming over a hump and we hit roadblock. Nah, come meet me at this table. Let's get this thing done, dude. Do you want to fight me or not, dog? Do you want to get this money? Do you want to make history or not, dog? Because boxing, at the end of the day, the people go remember the fights. At the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, the people remember the fights. Come on, dog. It's not rocket science. They was playing games. If Spence was there to make sure the fight was gonna happen, it would have happened, bro. But he wasn't there because he don't really want to smoke like that, dog. This shit ain't hard. All this other stuff is a smoke screen, bro. But if you got your gas mask on and you walk through the smoke, you see these dudes was playing games, they never wanted it. They never wanted to smoke, bro. Watch. After Thurman, if he even fights Thurman, it's gonna be something else, bro. Oh, I can't make the weight no more. Watch. See, they blaming Bud because that's just the easy thing to do. But if you follow boxing, you see the patterns and what these dudes be doing. It's not that hard, bro. You gonna have to pay Terrence Crawford. Yes, you are. Actually, no, he took the low ball. And now it was approval over funds, not even transparency, whatever. It's approval over funds. So who's telling the truth of who? When guys like Espinoza said everything didn't even go by him. Who said the same thing that Bud said? We all need to come to the table, but yada, yada, yada. So that means Al Heyman ain't even talking to this dude like that because he should have known about that. Nah, bro. Al Heyman botching fights. He's done this shit before, bro. He botched fights. He tell fighters not to take certain deals. Certain things happen that you be like, you scratch your head as to why it didn't happen. Peter Quillen getting bamboozled. He's telling why, just a lot of different things, bro. And even certain fighters come out and tell you. But then once that fighter starts speaking, that's why if Wilder speaks, dudes will shut up. And now they just act like they don't hear Wilder saying this, saying all this stuff. This is why Bud and Bomac is real strict on and real stern on how they doing business over there with them, bro. Because they hearing things from people over there. See, Spence is an in-house guy. He's in his chamber in the silk sheets, chilling. He ain't trying to make the fight, bro. I hope Spence be hearing this stuff. I don't think you want to fight Terrence Crawford, bro. I would have been fought Bud. I would have been fought Bud, bro. Straight up. Yeah, I know he a bad dude. Yeah, I know. I would have been fought him, dog. It's do or die, bro. When it's time to fight, it's time to fight. Why we playing around with this? Dudes be in my DMs, be tagging me. I'm like, bro, what are you tagging me for? There's no debate here. This has been a consistent pattern for years. Every time. Oh, Sean Porter got a belt. Why wouldn't I go to Easy Road? How dare you say that to your rival? How dare you? I never heard no fighter in no sport say that ever in my life. I never heard nothing like it, bro. I never seen no fighter say nothing like that before in my life. And I watch it all. And I never heard nothing like that before, bro. Are you kidding me? Dude don't want to smoke. And then when it was time for him to fight, when after Ugas beat Pacquiao, it was open smoke. Guess what he do? He turn around and fights Ugas instead of fighting Crawford, bro, when he could have fought Crawford. And then time go by. It's looking like we go potentially get the fight. Everybody excited. 2022 is the ceasefire year. Fight still don't happen. And then we go into 2023. Open smoke. Right? Open smoke. He said he was going to spin the block. Guess what he did? He didn't even come to the street, come down the same street again, bro. He kept going down Broadway. He didn't even turn. He didn't even bust that right, bro. He didn't spin the block, bro. He's going another route. He's going back down another easy road. He's steady going down the easy road, bro. He would have spent that block if he wanted to fight and end this shit once and for all. But guess what? They don't believe he can win a fight. And now Heyman is advising him not to take the fight and make the biggest fight of his career, bro. That's the biggest fight of this dude's career. This is what's gonna make him. This is what's gonna make both of them. Like, this is gonna be stamped in history. Like Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. We're gonna be talking about 25 years from now and shit. That's what boxing is about, bro. Now, if you're a dude who may not have had guys in your era or guys who may not have been able to get anybody, they still got hella highlight reels of you whooping on everybody. And you still was considered a great. But when you got rivals out there, you got to take them fights, bro. Errol Spence, like I said, man, at the end of the day, I think Al Heyman botched that fight. Al Heyman tends to do this. And I'm no Al Heyman hater, but he be on some okey doke. He be on some okey doke. That shouldn't have been that hard to make that fight. Errol Spence should have been there to make sure it happened. He's just an advisor, right? Okay, you can give me some advice. That don't mean it's good advice, and that don't mean I gotta take it. I want this fight. I'm gonna be here at this table with my lawyer to make sure it happens. And we go all walk away, maybe not happy, but satisfied. Nah, he wasn't nowhere near there, bro. Then this is just me talking about it because people always tagging me and all that, trying to get into these little debates. I'm like, bro, there's no debate, bro. I told you what it was already. Bro. They don't want the fight. It's not even that hard. Derek James and all that. Oh, well, his money and his worth. Come on, bro. You said in one interview, oh man, I don't know nothing about that. I'm just a trainer. Now you playing manager again, bro. Come on, man. They really don't want to fight Keith for real. They mad Al making them do that. You better off fighting Crawford, bro. Because if Keith Thurman even makes you look bad, Keith Thurman's better than Ugas. Keep it 1,000. Keith Thurman is a much trickier stylistic matchup than is Ugas. A comfortable, paid, rich, docile Ugas who showed up that night against Errol Spence. Maybe he was worried he was going to knock them porcelain veneers out. Salute to Sly Tendencies for the super chat. He says, Usyk, no call, no show, the Barclays. He said he will be there with Ingus. He said he wanted to fight Wilder. Did Taylor pull out of the rematch? Taylor, I'm glad you said something about that, bro. Usyk, you said Usyk is no call, no show. I don't know, man. Usyk probably playing mind games. You know, Usyk got to play these games too. So these are two trolls fighting, but Usyk's a nice troll. He's a good troll. He's not like an asshole guy. No, Usyk's a good guy. But Tyson Fury, y'all know how I feel about that dude. You know, he can't lead the country for a reason, okay? And then he said he wanted to fight Wilder. Hey, go fight Wilder, bro. Go fight Wilder in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous fight. Both of them dangerous fights, but Wilder, man, that's one point. One mistake can really just end it. He said, "Did Taylor pull out a rematch?" Man, Taylor, man, he don't want to fight Catterall. I think Josh Taylor's gonna be kind of he's gonna be one of those fighters that was like at the top of his game really fast, but then he's gonna go down for him in a flash. That's what I think, man. I don't know. He's too injury prone. He's having trouble with guys like Catterall. He just getting hurt and shit a lot. And nah, man. What's going on, Mr. 18? I seen the video. Y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. Hit that like button if you're catching the replay. Good morning, everybody. Early morning live stream. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments real quick. Yeah. That's what I meant, Cerebral. That's the word. He burnt out early. Yeah. That's what I'm looking to say. Yeah. Seemed like Josh Taylor just burnt out early, bro. Like he burnt out. He might have burnt out. Getting hurt and shit. Maybe Spence burnt out too. Yeah, he didn't want to get Regis a rematch either, man. He barely want to get Catterall a rematch. I thought Catterall won that fight. He barely want to get Catterall a rematch. Catterall got to do all this and then less belts on the line, belts getting taken away from the whole situation. You said, what do I think about Vila and Boots? I think that should be a good fight, man. Interesting fight. You know, it was supposed to be Rashidi and Boots, but Vila and Boots, it's a good fight. But as you can see, you ain't hearing nothing about no Boots fighting, bud. You hearing about Virgil, Oscar kind of throwing it out there, you know, Crawford versus Ortiz, right? He's throwing it out there, but you know, they ain't really throwing out the Boots thing. Boots is pretty much waiting for his IBF belt to come in the mail. Because Spence ain't gonna fight him. So they go elevate Boots to the real champ. And that's what Boots is probably waiting on. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna fight Vila though. It was supposed to be Boots and Rashidi, but Vila beat Speedy Rashidi. And I don't know, man. Stylistically, I think Boots should be able to handle that guy. That guy's not about to be moving around the ring. However, if that dude is really durable, you know, it could be interesting. But Boots is gonna be too fast for that guy. You know, Kukachan has some speed and good defense and a good IQ and a good chin. So it's a totally different stylistic matchup. I think Boots should be able to handle Vila easily. But yeah, I see they ain't really pressing the gas on Crawford either. You said Oscar ain't throwing Virgin. I think Oscar probably was just cloud chasing a little bit. Probably. I don't think Oscar want to ruin his fighter this early. Crawford's still at the top of his game, bro. You know, I don't know if he wants to really do that. But then again, I mean, I don't know. Do Virgil want to fight? Salute to D Lucky for the super chat. He said Spence is lifting just enough. Fighting Bud is the heavy lifter. He's fighting guys like Danny and Mikey only to push his numbers. Spence is weak. Man, bro. You ain't lying, dog. I told you. Hold on. Yep. First it was strap season and all this free smoke and all that. You know, and now it's radio silence, bro. Essentially, bro, it's really just radio silence. You ain't hearing nothing. Nah. You know, he took the shirts off the racks. I'm gonna keep saying that. He took the shirts off the racks after that. Come on, bro. Oh man, bro, come on, man. It's funny because it's true, bro. Errol Spence don't want to fight, bro. Oh man, I would have been fought Bud by now, man. Like I said, man, salute to all those guys that got in there with Crawford, man. Much respect to those guys, man. Errol Spence don't even want to do it. You said Virgil stops Crawford. Virgil stops Crawford. Ah, Virgil barely got past his last two fights, dog. He barely got past his last two, man. I like Virgil. He's fighting a tougher competition than Boots, I think. His competition is definitely tougher. But no, Crawford to beat, man. Come on, man. These guys ain't ready for him yet like that. I mean, they may feel like they're ready. They probably are ready, but they not ready. They not ready for him yet, bro. That shit funny, man. Spence actually looks like he's in shape right now. That picture might have been Photoshop, man. These guys getting really good with the photoshopping. Spence didn't look like he was a fat boy. So, but I don't know, man. We gonna see what Spence go do, man. Stop listening to Al Heyman. Don't listen to all his advice because it could be some bad advice too, bro. You need to fight Crawford. Make it happen. Period. I don't sit back and listen to him and worry about all this and that. Y'all gonna be fighting 2 times anyway. Make it happen, dude. Before it don't happen. And then they gonna be asking you about it for the rest of your life. And Crawford. For the rest of your life. That's the boxing boy's been going in on Spence. Yeah, man. He because a lot of the bigger channels, some of them that's a little bit more outspoken. Oh, they you can see they change their tune about it a little bit. Guys like Ness, guys like Blue Blood flip flop like 3 times, I think though. But yeah, Ness he was going in. Ness was going in. He said, "I want my money back for this shirt. I can't get jiggy with this shirt." Yeah, man, I can't get jiggy with this shit, man. Yeah. Hey, that's right, D Lucky. Where's Spence versus Thurman promotion on these pro Spence channels? Man, all I continue to see is Bud hate. At least pro Bud channels are pushing for Spence, bro, because we want to see the fight, bro, because we already know what's gonna happen. It's not hard. We know what's gonna happen. Some dudes worried about credentials and how people, bro. I'm telling you what's about to happen. Cropper gonna beat the heck out of beat that. I'm trying not to curse as much because YouTube play a lot of games on live stream, but he gonna beat dude down, man. He go beat his ass, bro. He knows it. This is why he going other routes and easy roads and stuff, bro. This is why we even have a thing called the easy road and wrong side of the street and all this other stuff. He made up all that shit, man. That's coward talk, bro. If I'm honest, let's be real. That's coward talk. You crazy? That's crazy as hell to me. Well, he got a good fan base though. His fan base is they doing a good job. His fan base is doing a really good job. I like Spence though, but man, he just don't want to fight Crawford. He walked away from negotiations. Why did he walk away? That's what I'm saying. People constantly be tagging me and shit. Why did he walk away from negotiations? Like, come on, bro. He already took everything. He already agreed to everything. What else did you want him to do? So let's say there was like he took 35%. He wanted approval of funds or something like that, right? Transparency, whatever. Let's just say this. This is the way I see it. He's getting 35% guarantee with no guarantee. So he get 35% of everything. Right? So if he wants to know how much money is supposed to potentially be out there, how come he couldn't know? Y'all could just to give him anything then. That's just I don't know. Maybe I'm not like the most business savvy guy, but that's just what it sounds like to me. I would like to know this and that if I'm gonna take no guarantee money. and I'm getting a 35% cut. Al Heyman had to put business on hold. People skip out on that part. Al Heyman put that shit on hold because he had something happen with his OG. And then Bud said, you know, I can't be waiting around on PBC. That's what happened, bro. I mean, come on. Now, where was Spence said and all this? I don't know. I say this. If Spence was there, the fight would have happened. It should have happened, but I don't think they want the fight to happen. Derek James telling him don't fight the guy. Yeah. Tag Derek James. Tell him come on in the chat. Let's talk about it. I'm telling him, man, I don't think y'all want the fight, bro. You gotta get that done, dog. Because now you fighting Keith Thurman at 154 for what? Nothing. Holding up the division even more. Stalling out everybody. Aging out everybody. For what? Let them belts go. Belts don't matter. I thought it was strap season, man. Go get that last strap from Terrence Crawford. Now you don't want to do it. Belts don't matter no more. Now you got fans regurgitating this nonsense. Belts don't matter now. I mean, it depends. But you got to become a champ. Ryan Garcia be saying it because Devin Haney got the belts. Regis Prograis got the belt. Josh Taylor playing around with belts. So it depends on who has the belts when they really matter, bro. Because at the end of the day, they go say it's about the money. It's about the money. You said Crawford is a tune-up. Spence, Keith Thurman ain't no tune-up. Some people feel Keith Thurman's a tune-up, but I don't think he is. That dude been working. And he got a good style. He got a good style that Spence ain't really been in there with as a professional, bro. Even Keith said it. He ain't been in there with crafty guys like me or Crawford. He hasn't. And the last time he did was in there with a crafty guy, he lost. And it was in the amateurs. And they haven't put him in there with a guy like that since. You heard what Nate Jones said. They skated over all that. Yeah. I got surprised too, Abner, when Porter said it. Porter, yeah, he said belts don't matter. I mean, it don't matter when certain guys got them. Now I bet you, man, come on, man. So you mean tell me belts don't matter for Charlo after he did all that work fighting that division? So now the belts don't matter now. I became undisputed. Oh, now it don't matter no more. Devin Haney became undisputed. Oh, it don't matter no more. Like what? Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. Because just 2 years ago, everybody was pushing for undisputed fights and the best fighting the best. And now all of a sudden it just don't matter no more. Why? Because guys like Tank Davis don't want to smoke for real. And I fucks with Tank. That's my guy. But he don't want to fight Devin. He was stuttering when they asked him after this. Man, when it's open smoke, bro, they don't move, dog. You said I'm actually rooting for Thurman. Yeah, man. If he gets Spence about it, they're good riddance, bro. Straight up, D. It's nothing personal. It's like, nah, man. If Thurman can get the job done, then go ahead and get the job done, Keith. Because I'm just sick of the whole thing altogether. Because for me, I just look at the energy. And they still show me energy of dudes that don't want to fight, man. 2022, he was capping. After that Ugas fight, I want Terrence Crawford next. That was rehearsed. He had to practice saying that shit. That was so hard for him to do. He didn't really mean that for real. And then we go through the longest negotiation process in the history of mankind. And then the fight end up not happening in the 11th hour. It's just end up not happening. Oh man. You notice, right? The guys, they're not talking about the Thurman fight at all. They're not even talking about it. They don't want to talk about it. They'd rather talk about what Bud didn't do and why he fought Avocado. That's what they talking about. They're not talking about Spence Thurman. They know that fight can go bad for dude. They know that fight ain't bad. They know that fight bad for dude, man. Thurman is a bad. Thurman can really show up and show out for the Spence fight, man. He can really show up and show out. You said you said, yeah, he looked nervous saying it, Duran. Yeah, he did. He looked nervous saying it, bro. He looked nervous saying it, dog. Like that was staged. 2022 was cap season. It was cap season, bro. He didn't really mean that. Then strange enough, every time he get into some type of accident, like after every like, and whenever there's like open smoke time, he gets into some type of accident or something happens. Like, come on, man. Is he even gonna make it to the Thurman fight? Is he even gonna make it to the Thurman fight, man? Oh, and speaking of that, I almost forgot about talking about Jamal real quick. I did a video on Jamal talking about should he vacate or whatever, but Jamal Charlo, and like I originally thought, I forgot to talk about it in the video, but he's going through some personal shit, and we saw what his old lady came out and said and did all that, and you know, yeah, Jamal Charlo's going through some personal stuff. He may need to just let the belt go. You know what I'm saying? Let the guys fight for it, and then once he really get things back on track, then he come on back, or at least make him a champion in recess or something. But he's going through some personal stuff, so. And I know how that shit can be. It can really derail you. So hopefully he gets it together. Hopefully he gets over that hump. And we can see him, back in top form again, having back injuries and all types of stuff. So yeah. All bullshit aside, when I be talking shit, you know what I'm saying? These dudes are humans and shit, and they go through real shit. But a lot of that stuff, uh, it's just some of this stuff seems like some of this stuff, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't even want to really go there, but like how do I know where you just get like I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. But I do think Jamal Charlo probably really is going through something. Because there's no way dude ain't working. This is work. This is like going to your job. He ain't worked in almost what, 600 some days? Come on, bro. He was supposed to come back in February, but that don't look like it's happening. So hopefully Jamal Charlo get things back on track, man, and go up to 168 and try to be great. All bullshit aside. But yeah, man. You said a crash cow of boxing. Man, I'm telling you, man. Like, I don't know. He might be just one of those dudes that be getting into accidents all the time. But because everybody knows somebody, but somebody in their family or somebody they know always getting a car wrecks or tearing up somebody's car, tearing up a car or something. He probably one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? But it's just convenient the timing of it. Like, man, how that happen right there? Then you see that. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Will they go through that such lengths to stall out a fight or duck a fight? I don't know. Would they orchestrate such a scheme to just avoid one guy? I don't know, man. Yeah, man, we do YSM. Salute to my boy YSM Sports Media in the building. Y'all go subscribe to YSM Sports Media. He said, yeah, man, we got to support him all, but he needs to drop that belt. Facts, bro. Yeah, agreed. He needs to drop the belt and get it together, man. And as a man, I know he could be going through it. It's not as it's tough. You call him aerospace. Oh man. Yeah, man. If I was a contender, I'd be pissed too, man. Guys that's active, guys that's fighting, guys that's working. Yeah, man. Because this is like a job, bro. He says, bruh, I promise he did that to sabotage and distract people from Bud's fight. This dude a clown. Staging car accidents, blaming invisible 14-year-olds. Arrow is protected by higher ups. Oh shit. Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. He said protected 14-year-old. What y'all talking about? What you talking about? Wait, it was a 14-year-old driving or something? Is this why they didn't show the other person? What the heck? What the heck? Yeah, man. I don't know about that either, man. That's kind of funny to me too, man. Hire some crisis actor or something. I don't know, bro. He says, why didn't Boots go to WBO if he wants Bud so bad? Why is Sim in the building? He could probably answer that for you, but basically, to say it simple and plain, in my words, I'll say he just took the easier route. He was already there anyway, but who knew Spence was gonna get into an accident? You gotta look at it for Boots' situation too. Who knew Spence was gonna get into this quote unquote accident? Um, all this. Nobody knew he was gonna do all. None of this stuff was gonna happen. That's what I said, man. Spence, he ain't really necessarily been a great champion in my opinion. There's just too much stuff happening. Boots ain't gonna get that fight, so he just went there. He just waiting for his chance to get elevated, and then if he wants to unify with Crawford, then we go really see if he really about some smoke. Because once you become the champion, things a little bit different. But yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty much. He's going to he ain't go to WBO because he getting IBF for free, pretty much. And yeah, he was number one in the IBF. You know, um, he was number one in the IBF. Virgil was number one in WBO. So realistically, it did make sense to go the IBF route for Boots Ennis. But if he didn't necessarily press on that, he could have just kind of waited for Bud. Bud ain't ducking on mandatories or nothing like that. So I don't know, man. Either way, I don't see Spence fighting Jerron Ennis at all. I just don't see it happening. It's just not go. It's just one of those things that's just not gonna happen. And they can't say he on the wrong side of the street or anything like that. There's no such thing as a street with Boots. They on the same street. There's no none of that. No Bob Arum. No get a belt. None of that. See, where's these fans at? That was I remember years ago, man. Where are these fans at that was on Kell Brook bumper when it was his time to they didn't even give Kell Brook chance to heal. Fans made it. IBF made Kell Brook defend that belt immediately, bro. Where the IBF at now? Like Kell Brook just got beat up by Triple G. You know what I'm saying? He did good in the fight, but Triple G was just too big, bust his eye open. And 6 months later, he's in the ring where Errol Spence had to cut back down to 147. You know what I'm saying? Had to go up in there hop in there with Errol Spence. And he was whooping on Spence until his durability gave in. You know what I'm saying? So where was the IBF back then, bro? Where was these fans that was pressing for Boots to get his shot at the IBF instead of them stringing this kid around? Boots should have been fought Spence a while ago. IBF hadn't had a mandatory since Ocampos, bro. Since when did IBF become so lenient as a sanctioned body? Nah, they ain't never did that, bro. So yeah, Boots ain't gonna never get that fight. He just waiting for his belt to come in the mail. Because he knows Spence ain't gonna fight him. He moved up to 154 for a reason, bro. He ain't coming back down. Yeah, I know I told fans this and that, but Al Heyman told me to say this. And Al Heyman is my boss, and Al Heyman, what he says goes. So yeah, that's my beef for Al Heyman. Nah, he ain't fighting Boots Ennis at all. Formula. He is definitely not. If he ain't fighting Crawford, he's definitely not fighting Boots. Nah, because that's a tough fight too. It's a tough fight against a young, hungry fighter. And stylistically, man, Spence, he didn't. Come on, man. It's not like he looked great in these fights, bro. A lot of mistakes was made, and a lot of things that he was doing. A lot of capable guys like Crawford, Thurman, Boots could capitalize on. If I'm honest, leaning in, reaching in, and all that. Yeah, man, them dudes will capitalize on that stuff, bro. See, Ugas, he was just standing there with his high guard up, like a lot of his previous opponents, just standing there with the high guard. Mikey Garcia standing there with the high guard. Danny Garcia standing there with the high guard. Like, come on, man, what's going on here, dude? Why nobody moving around the ring? But then when you watch Danny fight Benavidez, Danny was styling and profiling, looked at phenomenal. The best Danny Garcia I've seen in years. Looked like a world champion again. But against Spence, nah, man, he didn't fight like no champ. When Ugas was fighting against Manny Pacquiao, the best version of Ugas I've ever seen. He was phenomenal against Manny Pacquiao. Then he get up in there with Spence. Oh man, he can't move. Like, what the hell is going on, bro? Like, is it Spence's presence in the ring just that great, or is something or somebody on a take? I don't know. Because it seemed like dudes just kind of just like they're not fighting as hard. They're not trying to win. Is Keith Thurman gonna come out there to win? I'm gonna be paying close attention because I know how Keith fights. I know how these dudes fight, bro. And then when they get in there, oh man, I can't fight no more. I forgot how to punch. Or they may do something like hit somebody, hit them too hard, they may drop the guy, then they just stop fighting. Like Terrell Goucher, Tim Tszyu. Terrell was doing good in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Terrell was doing good in that fight. He dropped dude, then he stopped fighting. Why you stop fighting, bro? Steve Rose and Triple G. Steve Rose was doing good in that fight. He was doing too good. Then next thing you know, he just stopped fighting. Vanez Matarosian and Triple G. He was doing good in the fight early on. Then he just stopped fighting. What happened? He didn't even hit you. What you stop fighting for? Man, come on, man. Nah, bro. That's just some little things that I notice. I pay attention to everything in the fight. And then I remember how that guy fought previously. Like, man, this is gonna be a good fight, great fight. He fights his ass off. Then he get up in there with dude. He ain't moving. He forgets how to fight. He leave his right hand in the locker room. Like, what happened? You said Danny got robbed against Triple G big time. Danny Garcia fought his ass off in that fight, though. He fought his ass off in that fight. Danny Garcia fought like a man that really wanted it. You know what I'm saying? He fought like a dude that really wanted it. Yeah, formula. That's what it looked like, man. It looked like he took his foot off the gas. These dudes be taking their foot off the gas, mid-fight. Hit that like button for your boy. They be taking their foot off the gas mid-fight. I be paying attention to that stuff. I don't know what happens. It could be anything. But it just looks funny when it only happens with like certain fights. It only happened with certain fights. Like, why did Ugas stop? Because you fought like a hyena against Manny Pacquiao with a torn bicep injury and all types of stuff going on. He fought like an animal in that fight. Good counter punching ability. He was quick. He was moving his head against the faster Manny Pacquiao who could punch. He messed Pacquiao's face all up. And then he gets in there with Spencer. He's not even trying to punch dude for real. Like, what happened? I don't know. You said Uga's own corner. It was a script. Bro, I'm just saying, bro. I know it's taboo to speak on like say, but it just I don't know. Like, why does this happen? Like the Ryan Garcia, some of his fights look funny. You know what I'm saying? Like these funny looking fights, bro. Dude went down from like, what was that? You said champ size super quiet. Yeah, they none of them dudes talking about the Thurman fight, bro. Nobody. They not talking about that fight. That's actually a really good fight. They not talking about. We go talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But they not gonna talk about that shit like that, bro. They just gonna be talking about Crawford. Nah, he ain't fighting nobody. But he could have been fighting Spence or one of these guys. But where they at? Where Ugas at? Ugas don't want to fight. Like, come on, man. He said Ugas knew what he. Oh man, he said Ugas knew what he had to do. Man, that's what it looked like, bro. Yeah, when Sean was fighting Spence, he got his man, he was low blowing, bro. They did not call it, bro. Sean looked like, well, it is what it is. Man, he was low blowing the hell out of Sean Porter, bro. Nobody's talking about none of that stuff. He was low blowing the shot of Sean. He said Thurman will follow script. Oh man, you said Thurman's gonna stay on protocol? I hope not, bro. I hope he breaks protocol, man. I hope he comes up in there ad libs, man. He ain't got no script. He coming up there doing his own thing. I hope that's what happens, bro. I ain't trying to see Thurman just standing still, bro. You know what I'm saying? The referee was like, wait, whoa, you hit him too hard. His mouthpiece came out, stop the fight. Man, you don't never see that happen for nobody like that, bro. You don't. There's a lot of weird shit be going on in boxing. You seen Hector Garcia came out and said that pretty much the distraction in the crowd cost him the fight basically because it threw off his rhythm and his momentum. But he shouldn't have stopped fighting because he kind of looked over. He should have just ran over there at tank and started fighting. Fuck that ref. Are we serious? There's a lot of weird shit be going on. You hear a lot of weird things too, man. But you know, what's going on, D Young? Y'all smash that like button. Yeah, man. Ugas was doing too good. You know what I'm saying? He was doing good in the fight. Then he was doing too good, and then next you know he just stopped fighting. He just really just stopped. And then he didn't fight. He didn't move his head or do nothing. He was just standing there in the high guard, standing toe for toe. Lamont Peterson did the same thing. I'm like, why is Lamont Peterson? When I was watching the Lamont Peterson fight, this was back then. I'm wondering, like, why would you fight this dude like that? I've seen Lamont box and move around and do this. He stood there with his high guard and just took a beating, bro. Like, why is these dudes standing there taking beatings, bro? Am I the only one noticing this, or just like I don't know? Because Danny Garcia looked like that version of Danny Garcia. I don't think Spence wouldn't have been able to handle that version of Danny that was moving his head and had quick feet. And where was that Danny against Spence? You know what I'm saying? Was it the weight cutting? Is it like what's going on? Like I don't know. What's going on, Picasso? I see you in the building. You said execute order 66. Facts. That's exactly what's happening, Swift. Al Heyman told him to execute order 66. Once Crawford came up to 147, that's when execute order 66. I wish I had the sound bite. That's when that came onto the fray, bro. Execute order 66. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he is, Antonio Barnes. He's like the AJ of PBC, bro. But they ain't trying to have no AJ mistakes. Cause AJ, AJ's like on the ropes as far as his like, AJ's on the ropes. But Spence, nah, they keeping him off them ropes. They don't want to put him in there with Bud because Bud ain't part of Execute Order 66, bro. He ain't part of the script or the protocol, dog. Crawford can ruin plans. He's bad for business. Oh man. You said notice after the fight, did he? Oh man. The chat is crazy, man. Y'all be talking. Yeah, man. AJ is pretty much done. He go fight Jermaine. What's his name? Franklin, I think his name is. If AJ, he has to look good against this guy. One, then he got to fight Fury or Wilder, bro, or it's over for him, man. I'm rooting for AJ. See what I want to see what he can do, man. When they back into a corner, when things ain't what it used to be, and they got to make a comeback, I'm always rooting for him. So I'm rooting for AJ to make a comeback. Yeah, execute order 66, bro. Now that's not about to happen, TD. Crawford may not be able to unify that division. But he go flex with that WBO super status and go right up to 154. Go right up to 154. And if Jamel comes back or whatever happens, man, you figure Wolf Harrison beats Tim. Tony Harrison beats Tim Tszyu. Then Tony Harrison began the rematch with Charlo again. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing my boy Tony get another shot at Charlo, man. We gotta finish that anyway. That has to be finished. And unfortunately for Tony, he had to work his way back up to that spot again. You know what I'm saying? And here he is. So yeah, I'm a big Tony Harrison fan. I'm rooting for Tony to get his shot at Jamel Charlo. Now, could he beat Charlo in the third fight? I don't know. He can't be playing around like he did in the second fight because he was whooping Charlo until he was playing around. He was playing around, and Charlo caught him. He tried to hook with him. Charlo hooked with him better, caught him, and then it was pretty much over from there. If he fights the perfect fight again, he could beat Charlo and be undisputed champion. And then Crawford had to see Tony Harrison for all the belts. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, J Rod? Level Up Boxing. Y'all go subscribe to my boy J Rod. You said salute to Adamas for not wanting to get elevated to the real champ and wanting to fight for the belt. Yeah, man. Adamas was a dog in his last fight against Juan Montiel. He looked good. I don't think Charlo ready for that dude yet. That dude hungry. He probably beat Charlo right now. If Jamal hop right back in there and fight at Carlos Adamas, he might lose. Because he looked bad against the guy that Adamas smoked. But Charlo going through some stuff, man. He needs to make sure he's fully mentally and everything ready to come back before he even comes back. So I think he needs to vacate the belt and get his stuff together first. Yeah, AJ needs to learn how to dance, bro. AJ is a fighter to me that seems to have not yet found his style. He hasn't found a style that he should have left Rob McCracken years ago and came to found an American coach. I think Derek James will be a good coach for him. So we go see. I think Derek James, because AJ's not going to be a mover overnight now. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? He's 30-something years old. He ain't about to be moving around the ring, floating like a butterfly like that. But a style like Derek James' style would be good for AJ, I think. We'll see how he works. Salute to Hollow Ninja G for the super chat. He says, Bud is the most duck fighter of all time. Man, they don't want to see Bud, man. He here. Somebody knock on his door, man. Salute to Picasso for the super chat. He says, I think Fulton versus Eno is the new fighter of the year now. Yeah, man. And it's going to go down. You know they go fight. The little guys always fight, bro. They really ain't got no choice. But, yeah, they go fight, man. There ain't going to be nobody protecting them. There ain't going to be nobody side of the street. There's not going to be all these obstacles and hurdles. And, And this is a dude who's fight for one man. Come on, man. If they can make that fight happen, Inoue's got promoters in Japan, and he's a top ranked guy. And if they can make that happen, I don't want to hear it. And they can make Wilder Fury. I don't want to hear nothing about Crawford Spence, bro. It's been a smoke screen. Execute Order 66 for years with them, dude. Operation Freeze Crawford. Operation Stall Crawford. None of you premier boxing champion welterweights are gonna fight this guy unless you about to leave. Sean Porter was on the way out. Kenny Porter. Sean Porter was on his way out. So, but Inoue and Fulton is going to be the fight to look forward to. I believe it happens in Japan. So, that should be a great fight, man. Salute to those guys, man. Yeah. Yeah. If Tony wins, Charlo could you ain't lying, boxing big boy. If Tony wins, Charlo may if Crawford could ignite that mandatory status on him, bro, and get the shot before Tony. Tony will be sitting back and waiting for the winner of that fight. So that's possibly how it could play out, bro. Crawford could probably go eventually go up to 154 anyway, because Spence probably not gonna come down. So what Crawford is probably gonna do is try to get the jump since he already got a belt with the W Super. He go jump. Spence ain't go about to fight Jamel, but Crawford will force the fight with Jamel if Jamel don't vacate the belts and move up. You know what I'm saying? So that's a likely scenario to happen. And Crawford catch the belts before Spence get him, and then Spence will have to see Crawford. They'll be in like reverse. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the play, bro. He kept that WBO super belt, and he gonna flex on it to get the shot at the guy up north. So that's what it's looking like. Because I don't think he's gonna fight Spence at 147. I don't think that's gonna happen now. I think that's dead, man. You said is Teofimo done? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think his father needs to take a second. They need to bring somebody else in if Teofimo wants to get better. He needs to get better mentally and everything else. His father took him as far as he could take him, and now he's coming out saying stuff, cashing checks. His ass, he just can't do it. You said you wanted program in April, and now you backpedal and say there's no money in it. Like, what do you want to do? He got the belt. If you want to be champion, I thought you want to be undisputed. I thought you want to be champion. Nah, belts don't matter no more. So, he said he still got it. I don't even know, man. And I tell you this, he won't get it if his father continues to be his head coach. I tell you that. He won't get it. Oh, you said who's taking the Stevie Spark, Montana Love? Man, I don't know. Probably Stevie, bro. Montana Love getting mad and flipping him out of the ring. Dude, landed on his feet and walk, man. I don't know. Montana Love, I don't know. You said Maul ain't been the same since Danny pulled up on him. Yeah, ain't it? Oh, man. Yep. You said they got money for Keith, but not for Crawford. It's the same scenario all over again. Spence versus Crawford will never happen unless he signed with PBC. Yeah, man, that's what it's looking like, bro. That's what it's looking like, man. I don't know. I don't know if the fight's gonna happen. Even if the W sanction body step in and all this, it's just not gonna happen, bro. It's just one of those fights that's just not gonna happen. We just gonna have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Unless Crawford really makes something happen at 154 to get into position up there and then force a fight with Spence or somebody. But other than that, you know, Spence pulling another welterweight. They both could fight at 154 for I guess an alleged sanctioned fight by the WBC. Like that don't even make sense. Like what does that even mean? I'm just I don't know. There's a lot of protection stuff going on. There's a lot of funny style stuff going on. And realistically, is execute or the 66 once Terrence Bud Crawford came to 147. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.